Share the video as widely as possible. Share it here on Facebook. Share it on Messenger. Share it on WhatsApp. Whatever way that you can share this video, we highly encourage you to share this video, because we are going to provide very important updates about the situation in the country, and to make sure that our people are informed about what is going on. This is a responsibility of everyone, including each and every one of you. So please go ahead, share this video, and as you share the video, I'm going to be... Can you hear me? It seems like there is some people struggling with sound, but everything seems fine here on my end. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm seeing some people saying that the sound is not there. Please, if you can see the sound, then let us know. Please write down there if you can hear us and the sound is good. Then type it down there so that we know that it's just only some individuals with their own devices that are having issues. We want to make sure that we are being heard, and what we are saying is being heard everywhere. Taban, this is going to be a very important discussion, so we want to make sure everything is good. Okay, excellent. This is good. We are happy that the audio is good. Please go ahead. Go ahead, please, and share the video. Tune on your own audio, because the issue may not be with us. The issue may be your own device. So make sure your device is fixed and that you are indeed following the discussion we are about to have. First of all, you, the people of South Sudan, the information I'm going to provide for you is nothing new. You have been watching what is going on in the country over the last several years. Since 2005, after our late leader John Garang died, Salva Kiir took over as the President of the Republic of South Sudan. From the very beginning, there were a lot of issues of corruption. From the very beginning. Money disappeared. Up to now, we don't know. Disappeared between Pagana, Mum, Othar Okwien, Salva Kiir, and all these individuals. We don't know who took the money up to now, but we know that money disappeared, certainly. This is something that we are very sure of, that the money absolutely disappeared. And then, tribalism, division, all these things started. But you people of South Sudan, you knew very much the struggle that we went through, our brothers and sisters that died as a result of the long struggle for the freedom of South Sudan. And because of that, you remain patient. And as you remain patient, you were looking at the referendum that was going to come in 2011. And although the SPLM and the leadership of Salva Kiir messed up, you remain patient, you remain hopeful that we will wait. Although we are suffering, no services are being delivered, no peace dividend. Remember that word? There was no peace dividend that was delivered to the people of South Sudan. You remain patient until 2011. And then in 2011, we finally voted for our country to be free. You also remember from the time that Salva Kiir was sworn in as the President of the Republic of South Sudan, Archbishop Marona, the Archbishop of the ECCS, of the Episcopal Church of Sudan at the time, he dubbed President Salva Kiir as Joshua of South Sudan. And all of you, people of South Sudan, you are Christians. You are very familiar with the Bible. You know the role of Joshua in the Bible and the role that Joshua played in the exodus of Israel, of the children of Israel from Egypt to the promised land, the land that God promised to Abraham. Now, you know what happened? After Joshua took people to the promised land, his job was finished, and he handed over the leadership to the next generation to take the people of Israel forward. This is because everyone had a mission, and this mission is not just something you decide on your own. It's something that is assigned by God Almighty. That's why Moses had a role, and that's why Joshua had a role. And when he finished his role, He listened to the command of God Almighty and left, leaving the children of Israel in the hands of capable leaders that can take them forward. The same thing with the situation of South Sudan. John Garang was our Moses. He spent 2 decades fighting a war, struggling. And then when his time was over, Salva Kiir took over, and he was supposed to be the Joshua. And his job was very simple. It was basically to implement what Garang has signed, which was the CPA. And after 2011, when the country became independent, he was supposed to hand over power and to leave, to go and retire the same way that Joshua did. But what happened? The guy was too addicted to power. He was too addicted to resources. So now he began staying there against the wishes of God Almighty. And as a result, he used every means possible to divide the people of South Sudan, to create tribalism, to remind people of the dark days of our liberation struggle, especially what happened when the people of South Sudan were divided in 1991. And he used that to basically divide us, to rally the Dinka behind him, turn the Dinka against their brothers, the Nuer, which led to the massacres. You know what happened in Juba? Thousands of innocent Nuer civilians were killed, including women and children and elderly. It didn't matter. Everyone was killed. A lot of people were killed. The few who survived, they managed to run to the UN camp, and of course you know the rest. The rest is history. All of you who are able to listen to this show know exactly what happened in 2013, 10 years ago. And since then, the country has gone downhill. There has been no delivery of services. There has been no development. The unity of the people is as far away as possible. People are more divided now than they were ever in the entire history of South Sudan. And why is that? It's because Salva Kiir refused to perform the duty that God gave him, which was simply to lead the people of South Sudan to the promised land, to the independent Republic of South Sudan. And as a result, you know very well all the indicators. What happened with the poverty? Poverty went from 50% to 85%. You know very well what happened with corruption. South Sudan now is ranked the most corrupt country in the world. You know what happened with the fragility index? We are the most fragile state in the world. You know also what happened with the political freedom. A lot of people are detained in South Sudan. National Security Service was established. And in the state of building a security sector that protect the fundamental rights of the people of South Sudan, Salva Kiir went and replicate the same instruments of authority under Omar al-Bashir, under Jafar Nimeri, under all the dictators, all the Arab dictators in the north, and recruited a private militia and used national security as his private army to suppress the people of South Sudan, to rob us of the fundamental rights that we struggled for so many decades to win. So our country now is divided. Our people are turned against each other. In every region, in Equatoria, our people have been chased away. Many people are now in Uganda in refugee camps. Many people are in Kenya in refugee camps. In Upper Nile, communities have been armed and turned against each other to kill each other. And you see many people now are displaced. They are in Ethiopia. Many people are in Sudan. And the same thing in Barghazal. People of South Sudan were divided. They were armed. You saw what happened in Rumbek for so many years. The government just sat and did not solve the issue. And this is the same thing that is happening today in Warab. People were armed, community against community, so that they destroy each other. And what did the president do in the meantime? He basically took SPLA, the mighty SPLA, which was one of the strongest armies in Africa, destroyed entirely. And then, after he destroyed it, he turned the remnants into, of course, the National Security Service and the Tiger, and he just deployed them in Juba for his own personal protection. This is something that he did not even keep secret. He said that you communities, if you don't want to stop fighting, you fight. And then next time, I don't want anyone to come. If you come to Juba, okay, I will protect you. But if you run, then you cannot say anymore that you are a man. I remember also when he addressed the Dinka Boer community during the funeral of the mother of Deng Dao. Deng Dao is the MP of Twitch East. You remember him. He was the previous acting Minister of Foreign Affairs. That time, there has been massacres that happened in Jonglei. Some of the bandits from Murule come and attack and kill a lot of people. So the community was weeping. The entire community was weeping. People were killed in Jaleh. People were killed in Baidit. People were killed in Mar. So people were weeping. And he came and he said, my in-laws, you know, you remember his second wife, the one that died in Pageri, Achul Philip, the mother of Thik and Anok. He said, my in-laws, you are running, you are like the guy who was being chased by a lion and was carrying a spear. And he ran away with a spear. He said, my in-laws, you have forgotten that you are running with a spear. Why don't you turn and then you spear the animal? What did he mean? He said, you people, government is not going to intervene, find yourself guns, and you go and fight Murle. And that is basically what the community has to do, because if the government is not there to provide justice and security to the citizen, then people have to do something on their own. That he said. And then you know, obviously, what he said when the people of Upper Nile were fighting. He said, well, these are our brothers, but there is nothing we can do. There is nothing we can do. And right now, Twitch Mayadit and Dinka Ngok are fighting. They're killing each other. The only entity that seems to be doing something to reconcile the community is the United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS. And UNMISS is not the government of South Sudan. UNMISS is just there to keep the peace, which doesn't exist. But this is why they are there. But they are not there to replace the government. But it is the only entity now that is trying to do something. The same thing in Warab. You know what is happening between Apuk Girthik and Marial Wau community. People are fighting over some villages, some cattle camps. The same thing what is happening between Agwok and Kwanyayok. People are fighting over some cattle camps and some territories that are meaningless. And all these people are being armed by some of his generals in Juba. And you know also what has been happening with corruption. So death just continues. Thousands and thousands of people dying. Now, you remember what he did in 2016. He said, okay, we are going to have a national dialogue. And he formed a committee. And this committee met for a number of years, and they came up with a resolution. And they tell him, Mr. President, and you and Dr. Riak, people of South Sudan are tired of you. Because, you know, they did not understand that people are tired of them. So they were told that people are tired of you. You people, you must exit. Let the country move forward. He refused. He refused. Religious leaders were sent to him. Many religious leaders, including previous archbishops, previous head of the Catholic Church. They went to him and they told him, Mr. President, there is time for everything. You were the Joshua. Now as a Joshua, you have completed your task. He refused. And in the meantime, he has been refusing to organize elections. People of South Sudan fought for many years to create a democracy. And up to now, we have not been able to vote our own leaders as people of South Sudan. Every single day at 8 p.m., people gather around TV to watch some presidential degrees being announced, to see who is degreed in and who is degreed out. This is the reality now. From all over the country, vice president, they are degreed in, degreed out. Ministers, degreed in, degreed out. Governors, degreed in, degreed out. Some governors don't even spend a year. You are just appointed, tomorrow you are removed. The same thing with the commissioners, the same thing with the military chiefs. The only person that has not been touched by any degree are the national security people. But the rest of the institution, every single day there are degrees coming left and right. And he's the only one that has never been decreed out. Well, my people, there is end to everything. And the people of South Sudan have been patient. All this time, the people of South Sudan are weeping. People have died of hunger. People are being killed. Women are being raped. People are sick, and they have no access to any medical care. Look at the situation in which our diplomats are in. They have not been paid their salaries for more than 30 months. Look at the situation in which our military is in. They have not been paid for many months. And even when that salary comes, it's so little that they cannot do anything. He has turned the people against each other and is literally killing the nation of South Sudan. So you people of South Sudan, God Almighty is listening more than ever. All the different gods are listening more than ever. I want you people to continue doing what you are doing. If you are a spear master, continue to do your things. If you are a bishop, a Christian, do your things. If you are a Muslim, do your things. This is serious spiritual war. Make sure that you continue. And I know the situation is inevitable. A walking dead man will become a real dead man. Judgment is coming. There is no person that just can kill the people of South Sudan for this long and think that they are going to live forever. Everyone is mortal. And it's not just about dying on earth. There's even there, whether you go to hell or go to heaven, the spirits are waiting and you still have serious judgment to answer. The spirit of those of Dong Samuel Luak, Agri Idris, Karbino Wala Gog, Isaiah Ding Abraham Chan, Ding Dictor Ding Chol Dan Ding, those of Luala Kon, and so many, Julius Moy, and so many citizens of South Sudan that have been killed by this dictatorship. Their souls are circling. In fact, they're circling around somebody in Dubai, and they are asking for judgment. And now, all the spirits, they have to weigh in, and it's basically a voting time. So, may the majority win. May the people of South Sudan prevail. We don't want anybody to die, but we want to get rid of Salva Kiir. And if he's not agreeing to elections, he's not willing to resign on his own, well, in that case, Demaloba Konya, Chiran Jeran Yale, Chiran Jeran Yale, Demaloba Konya, Chiran Jeran Yale. Thank you, people of South Sudan. We are in a very dark days. Let us continue doing what we are doing. This war must continue spiritually, politically, militarily. Each one of you use whatever you have to make sure that this situation happens. And believe me, Christmas may come early. Christmas may come early. Share the video. Until next time, I will see you. Thank you very much.